Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and From the Vault Transform has been fully spoiled, so let's take a look at it and take a look at the prices. As you may or may not know, it's a $34.99 MSRP limited set. You get one of each of these cards, and there's 15 in it, and they use like a premium foiling, really nice ink, really nice paper, that kind of stuff, so they're a little bit nicer than most. They curl pretty darn hard, though, I will say that. I personally own an Armageddon, and that's it, but you can pick a lot of these up for pretty cheap, historically. Now, some of these sets are still worth above 100, and even on, like, day one, some of them sell for over 100 on eBay. I would assume right now this one's probably floating in pretty high, because they did put some money cards in it. So a lot of these I've heard of, some of them I haven't, because duh, Flip was, like, a really common thing, but they did other transformations, other cards like that. I thought maybe we would see one from Kamigawa, the whole face up, face down, or I don't know, right? I'd say right side up, right side down, or whatever. I don't know. It's just the rotating cards. You'll have to see one to know what I'm talking about. But oh my god, are they ugly? That was not popular. But to say that flip cards were popular, oh no! The first time that they came out, they basically almost destroyed the game. Just straight up, just destroyed Magic single-handedly. They were that disliked. And then they kept printing them because wizards. So, odd thing to choose as a theme, but let's go through them. We got Huntmaster of the Fells, which I have no idea where that's from. Obviously not Shadows. Might have been Innistrad the first time. That's honestly where most of these are from. That's actually a $9 card. Now, I'm going with Card Kingdom pre-order prices on the FTV versions, not the originals. And they seem to have taken the original and dropped it by $1 or $2 to get to the ultra premium, highly collectible, sometimes alternate art version. I don't get that. I mean, it seems a bit odd to me, but I think I have some logic on why they did it. Anyway, next is Garruk Relentless, very popular, of course. They usually choose, like, noteworthy popular characters or cards, not even just like, oh, here's the $30 card, everybody plays it. That's just power. It's like, oh, people like Garruk, they like that storyline, so that's who they chose. And then it all falls apart if you look a little bit further down the page. Delver of Secrets, I'm actually surprised that this card is $1.29, but I think they just printed it in, like, what, MM2 or something, or Eternal, I don't know. So yeah, $1.29, and I think that's alternate art too. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that version. It's pretty cool. Let's flip it. Ooh, pretty. Now that I don't think is alternate. I don't know. Could be wrong. I never played the card. That one's pretty famous. So, oh, by the way, Garruk is $5.50. I think I skipped him. So we're already, approaching the $34.99. But then we've got Archangel Avacyn. This may surprise some of you because she hit what, like 20? She is $4. Okay, Avacyn is a very, very popular character. She got destroyed by Sorin, so she ain't gonna be on any cards anymore. And she was hyper powerful and dominated the game, but she is a 5 cost. So, I mean, besides Commander, what else are you going to put her in? So I think people liquidated them pretty quick and just killed the price. So yeah, it's a $4 card currently. Unreal. Then we got Arduel's Bloodfast for literally no reason whatsoever. Nobody plays him. He's not even a good card. He's downright dangerous. This is like the poor garbage version of Death's Shadow, I guess. It's just an all-around terrible card. Just absolutely terrible and unplayable. 79 cents. Good job, guys. Then we've got Arlen Cord, which nobody played even at the time, and nobody's going to play it now. So that's fantastic, and they didn't even bother to change the artwork because, why? People don't like it. It's about $3. Yay. Then we've got a card from Innistrad that I have absolutely never heard of, so that's weird. Considering it's $14, we're of course talking about Bloodline Keeper. It's a flying 3/3 for 4. You can tap it and create a 2/2 black vampire creature token with flying. So, I mean, yeah, you don't even have to pay for it. That's cool. I'd say unlimited tokens, but it's only 1 per turn. And then if you pay 1 black, you can transform him, but only activate it if you control 5 more vampires. So when you flip him, he becomes a 5/5, which is pretty good. He's flying. Oh, yeah. Other vampires get +2/+2. That's insane. And he can still tap to create another vampire. I mean, this is just like self-contained awesomeness. So yeah, I could see people playing this for sure. whether 4 mana with double black is reasonable in Modern, and it's pushing it, but I could see people playing it. So yeah, $14 right there. I mean, that's almost half the value. Next up, we've got Casella, which unfortunately dropped a lot. I mean, I've got a foil of her. She dropped all the way from about $75 on the pre-release to, I don't even know what it is now, 11 for a foil? Well, apparently for a foil, because these are all foil, it's now $6.50 because that's what she's pre-ordering at. I guess you could say that's high. I mean, she is just absolutely astonishingly good. If I was going to pay $4 for something in Modern, this would be it under some circumstances. So then, of course, we got Bruna because that's what she melds with. Makes sense. So if you flip her, she's got, the whole Bracella thing going on. So that's pretty cool. Kind of takes up 2 slots, though. That's how that works. So Bruna is 50 cents, Casella is $6.50. So I guess you could call the card $7 when it's melded. Whatever. Next up, we've got Chandra, Fire of Kaladesh. I don't know. Nobody really played Flip Chandra. She just isn't that good. And this one's $2. So yay. Then we've got Elbrus, the Binding Blade. I think I remember reading like a story about that. That's actually kind of neat. It is a 7 cost. I thought that was a little much. Equipped creature gets +1/+0, so you get your value for the 7. And when equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, unattach the Binding Blade and then transform it. And it has equip 1 because, 8 is more appropriate apparently. Let's see. So then you get Withengar Unbound. Oh yeah, I remember reading about this. He looks like every anime villain ever. And Flying Intimidate Trample, that's pretty nice. 13/13, hello. Whenever a player loses the game, put 13 1/1 counters on Withengar. Wow. So in multiplayer, he is just nuts. You don't even have to be the person who made them lose the game. They just have to lose the game. So he's absolutely nuts. But I mean, 7's ridiculous. And then you have to make the creature get through, and it's just not a good card. So yeah, it's $3 whole. Oh boy. Then we got the card that everybody and their grandma knew was going to be in here, Flippy-Flippy Jace, which was a disastrous mistake for Standard. They never should have designed a card this perfect. And honestly, at the first look at him, everybody said, well, that's good, but it's not that good. It just happened to work with one particular deck type, and it's basically a 2-cost Planeswalkers. So you do have to get 5 more cards in your graveyard, so it's not that fast, but then you just straight up flip them, and you can drop the attack on something for +1. He'd go to 6 on the turn that you flip him, and then you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard this turn. Why does it say this turn? I don't know. If that card would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. Oh, I get it. You have to pay for it. Like, you make it be castable throughout your turn. Obviously, I never played this card. It hit like $70. And then the emblem, which you'll never get to, is whenever you cast a spell, target opponent puts the top 5 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. The most useless ultimate I've ever seen on a Jace, and I've seen some pretty weak ones. So the whole free casting thing or duplicate casting, that's cool, especially since you could just queue up a counter spell, basically. But they do know what you're targeting. That's why this card just looks so bad, but it worked. It just worked with what people were playing it in. So right now you're probably curious what the price is. You can pre-order it for $24. So that is some value, but it's certainly not like 100, which is probably what a foil Jace was at one point. Next up, I guess they decided to throw in the rest. I mean, we got Chandra, Kithian, Liliana, and Anissa. That's just odd because they're all from Origins. I mean, that was really recent. Kithian, which of course flips into Gideon, is a whopping $4 because this card is not good. Then we've got Liliana, which is really quite good. I mean, this card was very underappreciated. It's just so good, so easy to flip. I love her, and she's really good. Her abilities are great. $11, so that's pretty huge. And then we've got Anissa Vastwood Sears. So she's all right. I mean, she's just kind of not that great. I mean, once you flip her, she's decent. But I mean, 3 loyalty, that's a little bit rough. Her ultimate is like devastating though, but she just kind of hovers really low on the loyalty chart. But yeah, her ability is really quite good actually. And her flip condition's pretty reasonable too. So anyway, she is $8. So what is the grand total for all these wonderful cards? Whoops, wow, I scrolled all the way up. That's what it looks like, by the way. $96.58 with rounding. So it's coming out November 24th. Watch for it. I guess if your store takes pre-orders, you might want to get in on some of that. Otherwise, just ask them how they're going to deal with it. Just how are they going to give it away, sell it, whatever. And you might be unpleasantly surprised, like if you show up this Friday and say, hey, I'm interested. And then you say, I want to get on the list to buy it. And they say, nope, sorry, they're all spoken for. That happens a lot. If they said, oh, sorry, we're, quote, not getting any, they are lying. They are getting some. That is not true. They are absolutely lying. They just don't want to tell you, hey, we can make more money selling it online. So that's what we're doing. Have fun. So, like I said, I don't blame them if they do that because it is so much money and they are not under any obligation to sell them to the players that I know of. This is not like an F&M promo where they have to give it away. They agreed to do it, and it's like basically a violation of the law at that point, or at least the terms of service of the WPN program, to not give it away. Some kind of breach of contract at the very least. This one, they just give it to you and say, do whatever you want, sell it for whatever you want. I mean, you're honestly under no obligation to sell any product for MSRP anyway. You could charge $150 for a box if you thought you could get away with it. I wouldn't. So yeah, I mean, the way that these get into the players' hands is generally just they don't, and it's rarely fair. So, oh boy, I mean, you could just wait for this one to drop quite a bit because I think it will, but will it ever even go below 50? Probably not. I mean, from the Vault Annihilation, I think you can pick that up right now for like $31 on eBay, and that came out like, what, 4 or 5 years ago? But this one, there's just so much value in it, and people play these cards, but it's not like they put a Thoughtseize in it. I mean, there's no true staples in here, so this could drop significantly over time when they start hitting the market. Also, I mean, the Origin cards, which is, what, like 7 of these or something? Or if you mix it with Shadows, that's like 10 cards that were recently in Standard. God, it's almost all of them. Oh my gosh, yeah, I think it is literally 10. If you include Ixalan. So, wow. They printed a lot of copies of these, and the whole, oh, it's special because it has a different symbol in its foil, that doesn't really fly as much as it used to. Now, that said, this is going to be just as limited run as every other one because it straight up just goes, what's your level, 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the WPN program for your store? Okay, cool, this is how many you're getting. So the only way that they print more is if there's more stores, which if anything, there's less stores. So yeah, there is not enough to go around. That is a universal constant of From the Vault. So if you wanted, it might be a little bit hard to get, but you know, whatever. I think the people who have a lot of money and collect cards are kind of mad that there were no masterpieces in Ixalan, so they have nothing to buy. So this one might be kind of hotly contested, but that's just a complete guess. So what do you guys think about what they picked? I think it was appropriate. I think the category was idiotic. They could have picked anything else. But as far as what they put in it to match the category, I can't really think of anything else other than that ugly Kamigawa upside down thing. And honestly, people hate that card. So let me know what you think of it, and I'll see you guys next video.